Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and we are going to start our D-Day game in 54 millimeter in Bill's basement using beer and pretzel rules. Basically, the same rules we used for Battle of the Bulge this past winter, based on Donald Featherstone. I adjusted these to a D10. I also have the D6, and it's quite similar to Bolt Action. I used a lot of ideas from Ron the Pretzel Snyder King Prowman. Well, you don't need to hear me chit chat. Let's get into our D-Day game in 54 millimeter. The polls came in at 30 minutes, so I'll keep this video at 30 minutes or so. Alright, let's get playing. Okay, everyone. This is how we're going to play this. We're going to activate a section of our battlefield. And what I'll be doing is I'll be resolving all the combat and movement and then filming again. Right now, the Americans get to activate a unit. And our unit we're activating is we'll activate this squad here. So you didn't get to see that. We're activating this squad here. And so the Battle of D-Day, or whatever this could be, Omaha. So here we go. Wish the chuckleheads were here. So our infantry, it's going to be this unit here. All can move 9 inches out. So I'm going to pause the camera and move them out. Alright, so here we are. Now, the bazooka team weapons cannot fire because they moved. I'm going to count up our dice, and that's going to take me a moment. So I'm going to resolve my dice firing here to there. Hold on, everyone. Alright, I had 22 dice of firepower going into there. And on our trusty rules, these guys are in medium cover, saving throws of 1 through 8. And I'm going to go ahead and roll those with 2 groups of... well, there's 3 zeros, 4 zeros, and a 9. So the Germans actually lost several figures in that combat. I'm going to remove the dead. Well, that was a lot of American firepower, and I rolled really good. It's quite amazing. I rolled a lot of hits, and then I rolled... Everyone is rolling 1 through 6s. I made everybody pretty much veteran, including the Germans. So I could have tweaked that quite a bit and did the one type of Germans. The camouflage is the higher grade, but I just went with the 6s. Alright, I got to activate another unit. And we have a German being activated. So, you know what? We're going to move our camera angle. Okay, we're going to have the homemade pillbox fire. Now, I know for a fact it's got 2 6-dice machine guns and an 88. So, help if I got the dice with me. Alright, everyone. So, we're going to fire our 88. We're going to try to knock out some infantry, and we scored a hit. And rather than me do all of that, and then you having to watch me roll dice and saving throws, I'm going to have the machine guns and the pillbox fire. I'll come back. Hold on. Alright, so our pillbox fired, and it caused quite a bit of damage. The 88 hit, and the machine gun fire. Pretty devastating. And I lost my poker chips. This is live action wargaming here, so I got to pause the camera and find where I set the poker chips. All right, I got to turn up the sound effects, I think. Wow. You know, I'm causing a lot of casualties. I don't know if my saving throws are high enough or my firepower could be too high, but it is what it is, and we're going to activate. Let's see what we can activate next. And the Germans get to activate something again. You know what? We're going to move our camera angle. We're going to fire that trench system because there's a lot of Americans coming at it. All right. If you're wondering, I'm going to see if that Panzerfaust is in range. It's going to be close. Now they can move a little bit, so, and it is in range of the Sherman. Each Sherman, by the way, so I have a Sherman tank here, and the Panzerfaust fires, and it hit, and it, I gotta look at my chart. Alright, trusty Panzerfaust, and long range -1, it bounces off the Sherman. By the way, we failed to check the Shermans, the 4 of them right now, if they have sunk coming up to the shore. And they sink on a 0. They're all fine. Alright, I'm going to resolve the rifle and machine gun fire from our trench. And I'll pause the camera. Alright, the Americans lost about 5 figures. I did really good on the saving throws. So we're going to roll again, and it is American this time. I'm going to go ahead and activate the 4 Shermans. Okay, everyone, I've activated my 4 Shermans. They have moved up. I'm going to have 2 of them are going to fire into the pillbox. The other 2 are going to fire their hull machine gun and their main gun into the entrenchments there. Alright, I'm going to resolve all that so you do not have to, and then I'll narrate what happened. I don't know how I'm going to keep this game under 30 minutes on a video, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Alright, the Germans, first of all, the bunker is gone. All that work I did on that bunker, and everyone's dead in it. And our leader, our machine gun team, the gun, both Shermans hit with their high explosives, and I needed to roll 8s, and I rolled a 9 and a 10 for penetration. So now, firing though with the 2 other Shermans here, they only scored 5 hits total with all the whole machine gun fire and everything. So that's where we're at. I'm going to see about activating another unit, see which kind, find my dice, and I don't know. I keep losing everything, everyone. I need George from New Jersey here, or Jack from Arizona. And we're rolling, and it is German activation. And you know what? We can move the Panthers about 9 inches and still fire. We're going to get those babies activated on the slope and see if we can do take out these Shermans. Alright, I got to mention this periscope that Ron the Pretzel Snyder King gave me. Ron Perlman, famous wargamer and historian. Also a little movie star from Gettysburg. So I got the cool periscope out. I was checking line of sight with the Panthers, and they can see both Shermans. They need, because of the range, it is not that bad. I already checked that. And they both hit. We're going to do Sherman on the right with the modifier. We need a 6 or better, and we rolled a 1. The other Panther rolled a 10. You know what that means? This Sherman here is on fire. And that was Sheriff John's father's Panther that scored its first hit. I'm going to pause the camera and smoke that Sherman. Alright, we have a smoked Sherman. 2 Panthers opened up. Sheriff John in Broome County, New York, let your father know his Panther has already caused destruction. If you're new to my channel, my miniature wargaming is fun, beer and pretzel Donald Featherstone style. Not meant to be taken pure in a way. Think of yourself coming back to the 1960s and I rolled German again. German get to activate, and you know I think we're gonna activate Navarone. All right, everyone, Navarone's getting ready to fire. We have the pom-pom gun, then we have I guess a 37 millimeter, and let me get the dice. Oh, do you want to see the interior if you didn't see it before? All right, hold on, everyone. Okay, here's our pom-pom gun right here. And then we have a 37 millimeter type gun. I guess it could be a pack gun of some type. Anyhow, I have it listed as a medium gun. Alright, let's switch our camera view. Alright, Navarone's going to open up. And the main gun is going to fire at this Sherman. And grab my dice, everyone. Long range, and I rolled a 2. It missed. Pom-pom gun is going to fire at the figures coming out of the landing craft. And that's 6 dice at 6s. And I rolled 2 8s, and the saving throws are both saved. An 8 and a 9. So all that firepower from Navarone did nothing. All right. So here we are on the beaches of D-Day of, I guess we'll say Omaha. I don't know. All meant to be in fun. There are so many D-Day miniature war games out there right now being released. This is just Bill's fun game. All right, I'm going to roll to see about activating a unit. Here we go. And, well, it's American this time. So, we'll get this landing craft. Now, the reason there's a British Bren carrier in the movie The Longest Day, there's that really fun, goofy scene with the harbor or beachmaster hitting the Bren carrier with the shillelagh. So we had to include a Bren carrier. Let me pause the camera here. All right, our Bren carrier's moved up, mowed through the barbed wire. I already rolled. They did not roll an 8, 9, or 10, so they did not get tangled in the barbed wire. And I'm going to roll our firepower rolls. And I'll let the camera go. 6. I have 9, 1, 2, 3, and 6 is 8 rifles. And they scored 2 hits, and then 2 submachine guns. A total of 5 hits, and then going against those saving throws. Not one German got hit from all that firepower there. And the bazooka couldn't fire because it moved. Alright, I gotta put down poker chip and we'll activate something else. And boy, alright, I'm going to I don't know, even keeping this at 30 minutes, I'm going to pause the camera and go and finish this whole turn out and then do a conclusion of turn 1, because there's no way I can keep this under 30 minutes at this rate. It's a lot of fun though. Alright, time wise, that took me almost 35 minutes with no soda break or anything else. So this is where we're at. I'm going to just do the highlights. Our Panzerfaust, take it out of Run Carrier. It's already gone, so That was, but the trenches, both German trenches have been cleared out, and our bunker. So the first line of defenses are gone. The Americans lost quite a bit of infantry in the center, and they've lost one Sherman tank already. The Panther tanks are fine, and I'll move our camera over to the Navarone position. All the defenses along Navarone fired or tried to fire. Some of it was obscured. The mortar fired with the trusty template. It did not hit a target. So, the grand battle of D-Day in Bill's basement. We're going to go ahead and pick up a lot of poker chips, and I will start the next turn. My casualties and saving throws are really, I know someone's going to comment that it's extremely bloody, but it's meant to be fun, and yeah, I might have an issue with high casualties on both sides, but let's move on. Okay, everyone, I have the poker chips removed, and we're going to roll high die to see who activates a unit. And we rolled Germans for a 10, Americans for an 8, and I'm going to activate those Panthers again. Those Panthers, they have pretty good armor penetration, and I want to try to knock out another couple Shermans. So I already know I need to roll 6s or better. We'll do the left one first, and failed. Rolled a 3. The other one failed miserably with a 2. So both Panthers have activated and did nothing. Before I chip them, I'm just going to roll, see, and it's German again. I'm going to pause the camera and put my poker chips on the Panthers, and I'll figure out what I want the Germans to do next. Well, I don't know what you would do, but this unit here is pretty much gone. Their leader actually fell back to there. The Panzerfaust figure is still there, and he has got more than one Panzerfaust. We're going to see if we can roll a 7 or higher and hit this Sherman right here. And we rolled a 10, everyone. And then look at my chart again against the Sherman, and look at that. So that German Panzerfaust figure has now taken out a Bren carrier and a Sherman, and of course probably the most of his unit has retreated and gone, but we're going to poker chip him. He's going to get overrun. Alright, I got to grab my dice, and let's see who's... And it's an American, finally. Okay, we're going to activate this giant unit. I'm going to go ahead and move them, fire them, and kill that Panzerfaust figure. I'm sure he's going to get overrun. Alright, our Americans easily overrun the Panzerfaust. They also took out the 3 Germans that were here with the bazooka team. And they are up to the first position. Doing well. Doing well. So, I'm going to see where we're at for activations. Germans have a 6 and Americans have a 9. We can activate another American unit. You know, I got to do something about those Panthers. I'm going to move the Shermans up 9 inches and have them fire at the Panther tanks. I'll move our camera angle too. Welcome back, everyone. This is what's going on. The 2 Shermans moved. They need to roll 7s to hit. And we're going to fire on the left one first. Just so you know, I'm Let's see here. And we rolled a 6 and an 8. We haven't hit on the left one. So, and then Panther on front armor with a Sherman. I need a 9 or a 10 on a D10 to penetrate at this range. And I rolled a 3. It bounces. Both Panthers are fine. All right. I got to poker chip them. And that's not good. I have 2 Panthers running around the beach. By the way, I had to include the Panthers for Sheriff John's dad, of course. He put a lot of time and effort in that beautiful Panther. So I'm going to pause the camera and activate something. Okay, everyone. I went ahead and activated just about everything but Navarone at this point, and one group of Germans by the Panthers. So the Americans have moved up. They are advancing. They lost about 20 figures, though, between both left and right. They did take out heavy machine gun there. It's some support troops around it, and they are moving forward. And our Germans here in Navarone, I think that's all I got left for Germans to fire. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve that and come back. And looking at the clock, I've been playing almost 2 hours right now. Hour and 45 minutes, give or take. And it does it quite amazing. Alright, Navarone's going to fire its pom-pom gun over here. It's auto cannon. And that's a 6 dice. And 4, 5, 6. My gosh, I only rolled 1 hit. And the figure saved. Way up in that mountain, that darn pom-pom gun is really ineffective. Can you see it? It's been practically useless. I don't know what's going on there. And then we're going to have the 37mm gun try to take out another Sherman. Actually, I think I have it listed as a pack gun. Yes, I do. My mistake. It needs a 1 through 7 to hit. We'll roll the 5. So Navarone is fired, and a lot of casualties on both sides. By the way, I've gone through 3 turns almost, and so I'm going to pick up poker chips. I'm wondering if I need to make this a part 2, D-Day part 2 or not. Let's see how I'm doing after I pick everything up here. Alright, everyone. I got 2 bazooka teams right near those Panthers, believe it or not, on the far edge. I'm going to roll to see who goes first. If I get Americans, those bazookas are going to open up, or the Shermans. And we got a tie. And we have Americans. Alright. 9 to 5. So the Americans are going to... Let me look at my chart. Okay, the Shermans have a better chance of penetrating. So we're going to activate them both. Here and here. Firing up there at the Panthers. And let me get the camera view in a little bit better. And you know, we're going to go for Sheriff John's father's Panther, the better looking of the 2 first. Sherman needs a 7. He rolls a 1. The other Sherman rolls a 10, which is a hit. And a 9. It just blew up a Panther. Okay. So the left Panther is gone. Wow. All right. So we have a Panther on fire. And the Shermans are firing like mad. We're going to pause our camera here. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm pausing the game here. We're going to call this part 1. My wife's not feeling the best. I need to stop play and take care of her, run to the store, get her some honey and things. So D-Day, Omaha Beach, and 54mm will continue on at another time. So I'm going to label this video part 1. And that's about it for now. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and thank you for watching. And don't forget, your views help support a historic site.